Alrighty, so like I had mentioned before, the last day we were in Memphis, after we had done the vast majority of our packing, we decided to just end the trip and do a little bit of thrifting, and we also got to check out Graceland and such. So, like I had said, we went thrifting and we checked out a Goodwill store and the Salvation Army that was there, just to see what they put out that was not there before. And on the day that we actually went to the Salvation Army, it was cray busy in there. It was their customer appreciation day, like some stores do, and they offer like 25% off the entire store, or 50% off some color. Every Salvation Army franchise is different. So we decided to go there again. I only picked up a couple of things, and then we headed to the Goodwill store, found a few things there, and then we hit the outlet store, which is literally like right behind the actual store, which is cool because it was a regular store, outlet store, and a donation center combined. So they didn't really even have to worry about if stuff doesn't sell in the store, they'll just send it right to the bins store. So at the bins, I want to say I spent like 12 bucks on everything. This is not all of it. Some of it is upstairs. And yeah. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I think I want to say I spent maybe $8 at the bins on everything I'm going to share. So these are from the Dollar Tree. They are the paint brushes. You get 5 of them. And my mom has really been into painting lately, so hopefully she can put these to great use. This came from the actual store. This is Cards Against Humanity. It's the first extension. I do love that game. I think it's hilarious. And I know that these extensions can be kind of expensive if you go buy them new in the store. So $3.99 I didn't think was too bad of a price. I do like Le Creuset items, and when I spotted this coffee mug, I just knew, like, without even taking it out of the little stash on the shelf, that it was a Le Creuset because of the color. Got that for $1.99. It does need to be cleaned. As you can see, there are some utensil marks in there. I know that Barkeeper's Friend can take that out, no problem. So look at that shade of blue. That is definitely me. So I could put soup in here. I could put cider in here. I mean, this is just... Le Creuset coffee mugs are great. You can get them at Marshall's or TJ Maxx or Home Goods. I want to say they're like $5.99 a piece, which is actually very reasonable for them. Because I know if you go to a kitchen specialty store and get these, they can be very, very expensive. So keep your eyes peeled at Marshall's or TJ's for that stuff if you're interested in Le Creuset. This is for us. This is a Bath & Body Works candle. It is spiced apple toddy. And let me tell you something, guys. That smells absolutely amazing. It's got a good mix of cinnamon and apple. Delicious. Got that for $5.99 at the Salvation Army. As you all know, Bath & Body Works candles are, you know, they can be expensive brand new if you buy them at regular price. So $24.50 is what it would have cost me had I bought it there. Unless they were running some kind of sale, like to get rid of all of their winter scents. So this is good for fall and winter, I think. So that was a steal of a deal. Also from the Salvation Army, I got this Scotch Surface. Oh gosh. Couldn't find the English section. Delicate Surface Painter's Tape. I used to use this when I would make prices for my live sales until I switched over to the little white tabs. This is good stuff to have on hand if you are, you know, painting on a table, or heck, even if you're painting a wall, it's good to have. And it can be expensive depending on where you get it. I paid $3.99 for it, and it's just good to have on hand. So that'll go into our little supply closet. If you've never been to the bins store before, they will, it's totes on wheels, or like a big old like table tote kind of a thing, and you know, they don't allow anybody to go in or go up to the bins when they are switching them out and bringing new ones out. They wait until all of them are set in stone, and then they just say go, and everybody rushes over, and it's a very impulsive way of shopping, but you can get some really good items that way. We used to have a bin store here, and then once COVID got really bad, they decided to close it, and now it's no longer in existence here. But that's okay. I have plenty of other ways to find inventory and other things. But I did find this. I think this would be something good to have, maybe with me when I'm at work, because I need permanent pens, and I'm always, you know, misplacing them and whatnot. This was originally from the Dollar General. It's brand new and sealed, so I said that might be great for me to have. So I'll probably have that on my lanyard at work with me. And then, again, it was $8 for everything, and like I said, some of the stuff is already being put to use or are just not down here. But I grabbed 2 bags, actually it was 3, I just combined them to make it easier to ship, of different like perfume samples and product samples. There are some, I've never heard of this brand, it's called Juliet Has a Gun. Interesting name for a perfume. Then we've got scents like Commodity, Bergamot, I'm sorry, not Bergamot. There's a brand called Clean in here. This is a replica of something, so probably like a dupe of some other brand. Is dupe like the new millennial word for knockoff? Because I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Because Dossier, which I have sold and still have some listed, is considered a dupe of like really expensive fragrances. So I guess it's not really considered a knockoff. Maybe a dupe is a bit more of like a higher end brand, like instead of some of the other stuff. But I don't know. Dupe, knockoff, it's weird lingo. This is a brand called Clean Reserve. This is the scent Rain. So there's a bunch of these. Some of the cards were empty when I found them, but a lot of the perfumes were just loose in the packaging. And then there's this stuff, which I don't know if it's going to be worth anything. This is Makeup Forever, and it's just, I think, a primer. And again, they're samples, so I don't know that they would go for a whole lot of money, but if I lotted them, maybe. And then I saw, oh, here's some Ellis Brooklyn Myth. Forgive me if I'm not showing these real well, guys, I apologize. And these look like they're all empty. Oh, here's one with the scent in it, but I'm sure there's some of them in here in one of the bags. And then there's this, and I'm gonna see if my mom wants to try some of these. This is Amika Fade Block Pre-Shampoo Color Seal. They do have a barcode on them, so I assume that this is probably a product you'd get at maybe like Ulta or Sephora. So I am going to do a little bit of research on those to see if they go for anything, and there's quite a few of them, actually. So we will see about those. There's also some like Dolce & Gabbana scents in here. I mean, you name it, it's probably in there, and like I said, I got the bags for next to nothing. And here is some Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Extra Strength Daily Peel. So these are probably like masks, like peeling masks. And then there's also some new and sealed, well, these have barcodes on them too, Shiseido. These are eye contour creams, so I will, of course, do my research and see if these are worth anything. Oh, here's the, oh, this is Tom Ford. I wonder if this is, oh, this is makeup. So I'm not sure if these are worth anything. Like I said, I have to do my research just to see. And then there were a bunch of these, like, Algenist things in here, too. And these have barcodes on them, so I'm not sure if these probably aren't considered samples. Maybe you get them for, like, a few dollars at Ulta or Sephora. So I'm going to, again, have to do my research on some of this and see if it's worth anything. That's more Tom Ford. But there is Dolce & Gabbana. There's all kinds of stuff in here. There's some lipsticks in here. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. Again, the bags were so cheap, I couldn't leave them. And you guys know me and my products. I love buying product. And push comes to shove, if some of this stuff isn't worth anything, I'll bring it into work with me, and I'm sure the girls that I work with would love to try that stuff. So, it's a win-win situation. I also found this wall plate. This is from 1961. It's chrome or, like, you know, brushed nickel. I don't know if one of these by itself would sell for anything. But you never know. Somebody might want this. Or is looking to replace something in an older home, and they want the original stuff. So it was it worked out for me, or is going to work out for them. This is a Coach compact mirror. Of course, as you can see, it needs to be clean, which, you know, no problem. So that was nice. I'm going to probably clean that up, and I think my mom said she really liked that, so I'll give that to her. I also snatched this bracelet, and I really don't think it's all that old. It's got the elastic in it, which is still good. It's got some white beads. And these are hieroglyphics. And I don't know who made this bracelet or where it's from, but I just thought it was interesting. And at the bins, it's a very impulsive environment, so you have to grab stuff when you see it and then weed it out later. I also picked up some little things of hand sanitizer. Whether they're any good or not remains to be seen. We'll see what happens. I also grabbed this little cute little owl candle that was from the regular store for 99 cents. So that's a cool piece. This is really interesting. Anytime that I see a book that was featured on Forensic Files, I do like to pick it up. So this is called Silent Witness. This is about the Carla Brown murder case. This happened in 1978, so you can imagine how different forensics was in 1978 compared to now. Even when they did the episode, when Forensic Files featured this case in an episode, it was probably the early 2000s or maybe even the late 90s, so it hadn't been very... I mean, it was still like a 20-something-year-old case, but even then, you know, their technology for the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, pales in comparison to what we have now. So this will be an interesting read. That did come from the bin store as well. And then, oh, forgive me. I also grabbed this scarf here. I was really attracted to the bright colors on it. I mean, it's very, like, 1970s, 1980s, just based on the coloring of it. And at first I thought that these little splotches were are right here, were like a stain or something, but no, they're actually part of the scarf. This was made by a brand called Yvette Paris. And it's got an original tag in it that says, it's probably, it looks like Oi Natural. I'm sure I'm butchering this. Paint à la main. Like I said, I don't speak French hardly, so I'm sure I'm probably butchering that. But that was just a nice little scarf, and push comes to shove, if it's not eBayable, I'll put it in a live sale. I'm sure somebody would like to have that. Now this, I didn't intend on buying, but there was a really cool old baking pan that I wanted, but it was very wet. So I just ran over to another bin and grabbed something to wrap it in, just to absorb all the moisture. So this is just from Walmart. It's a Happy Halloween hand towel. This is what I was after, this cool baking pan. It's from Minute Maid. I mean, I didn't even know Minute Maid was as old as I thought it was. But look, it says Minute Maid, made in US of America. This is probably like a quiche pan or something. I can soak it and probably, you know, clean this up. It's galvanized metal, so I'm not sure what all this is, but I'll see if I can maybe get that out. And it looks like somebody at an antique store wanted $16.50 for it, and they couldn't sell it, even probably with the closing of their booth. So it ended up at the Goodwill bins, and I love it. I just love the Minute Maid emblem on there. I just thought that was super, super awesome. So I got that, and then I have just a few more items that I'd like to share with you all, and then this video will be concluded. Alright, so this bag right here, this Skechers bag, I put a lot of my things in because I just didn't have a way of carrying them. So I grabbed that, that came home with me. And then I found these glasses holders. They're made by, if I butcher that, I'm sorry, Sagana. They are from Amazon, based on that barcode right there. So when I got them for pennies on the dollar, I thought these would be great to have. As you all know, I do wear glasses when I do my live sales, and I've been trying to be better about bringing them with me when I go shopping so I don't have to squint to see how much a price is. because I am what they call nearsighted, so I can't see things from far away. I have to get up close to see them. I think that's what they call nearsighted. I get them confused. So these will be good to have on hand, and I don't know how many are in here. There's probably quite a few of them, so I can pass them on to some family members who need them too. So had to pick those up because it was on my brain. Had the idea of what I could use them for, so couldn't resist those. So this is a Lucky Brand scarf, brand new with the tags on it. And I think I will probably bring this to one of my sales. With winter coming, I think this would make a great gift for somebody. And I couldn't believe that the tag was still on it. Unfortunately, I'm not able to see what it retailed for because they tore it off. They probably were going to give it as a gift as well. Or they received it and they just didn't like it and didn't have the heart to tell the person that gave it to them that they didn't like it, so they donated it. So that should be coming to a sale. Maybe I'll bring it this upcoming week. We'll see. I also got this scarf, and as you can see, it is brand new on the hanger, never been used. This is by a brand called A New Day, and upon doing some research, this was sold at Target. And I think it even says it on the tag right here. I think it says Target. And that was manufactured, I don't know if that's a manufacturing date, it just says Q2 20. So I'm not sure when this is from, but it's definitely a very contemporary piece. I am going to look this up just to make sure I'm not overcharging for it at one of my sales. I want to say that when I looked this brand up, I think they retail for about $18 to $19, so maybe I would charge $7 or $8 for it. But again, I think this would make a really great gift, you know, with fall and winter. Well, we're in fall now, but as the colder months are ahead of us, this would make a fantastic gift for somebody. Or heck, if you want to give it to them as a Christmas gift, you could. I mean, it's a brand new item. So how great is that? To conclude my Memphis thrift hauls, I wanted to share this piece at the very end. This is an absolutely beautiful rainbow glass. I want to say it's a decanter because I'm not sure what else to call it. And it is in this absolutely stunning aqua blue, like turquoisey color. And when I saw it in this shop, I was just blown away by it because it is my color. And I can't believe I was able to get my hands on it. Now, in the shop with me that I did, I want to say this was like day 1 or day 2, if I'm not mistaken. It was $48, so it's not like I found it for like $10. But when I looked it up in the store and saw that they were selling like actual solds, one of them was about $188, and they took a best offer from that. What they originally sold it for, I have no idea. So if I were to sell this, I know I could probably ask about $150 to $200 for this. So that's why I wound up spending the $48 on it, because it is just absolutely beautiful. And I have a special place for it, so that way it doesn't get broken. I was very, very, like, I'm trying to think of the right word, anal when it came to packing this up. I probably triple wrapped this with bubble wrap, and same with this piece. I just wanted to make sure that this made it. Now, while I'm disappointed that a few things did break, I'm happy that at least this made it, because A, I paid $50 for it, and B, because it is just an absolutely stunning color. I mean, it is like ocean, like teal, like here's the color of my walls, like right there, that like ocean-y blue, like sky blue. So I almost wish my walls were this color. Here is the rainbow glass sticker that's on it. And like I said, folks, if you see these and they're in a color like this and it's a reasonable price, pick it up. Again, I did pay almost $50, but if you can get $150 to $200, $50 or $48 essentially for this is an absolute bargain. So I want to thank you all so much for watching my Memphis thrift hauls. and checking out all of my friends' videos. They all made such great content for this meetup. And we all have a blast together and thrifting and learning from each other, giving each other a hard time because that's just what we do. And just enjoying each other's company because, you know, we all live, you know, Scott and Dee are not that far from me. But being able to enjoy Tammy and Dave's company because they're all the way in Texas is always a treat. So I hope you all are subscribed to all of my friends, and if you're not, I will link their channels down below so you can check them out. And don't forget to check out the gang playlist. Anytime we upload a video from our adventures in Memphis, it gets put there, so there are tons of them to watch. A couple of times I did add it twice because I didn't realize Tammy added it to the list and then I added it again. So if you see a duplicate video from me, I apologize. Sometimes she's faster than I am with that. So I hope you all enjoyed these videos. And again, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.